Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we begin, a lot happened, so let's give a brief little review. Now, Deku met two different versions of himself. Deku 23, an alternate reality version of him, that ultimately, he found the Omnitrix, became rich, famous, and powerful. Azimuth, Terax, and Myax, along with 6-6, have been trying to recover it from him for years. And this version of Izuku, he does not have the same level of experience dealing with threats as Deku does. He's immature. He is a bit egotistical. And whenever Deku found out what was actually happening, he stepped in. He set this version of himself on a better path. He met the plumbers, he met Mina, he met Mark. Deku realized a lot of things. This version of himself has never fought Vilgax, Ghost Shriek, or has dealt with aliens invading the planet. He has dealt with aliens on Earth, but he's only dealing with aliens that come by, not hostile ones. Any that land on this planet are a threat in his eyes. Though Izuku, he made sure to try and fix that problem for this version of himself. He also met with his future self, 10K. And 10K and him had a very interesting conversation, along with the future Mina. Now, Deku explained to them what was happening, and 10K talked about what happened in their timeline. He even helped Izuku out. Whenever he was talking about how him and Atea used to be a thing in the future, they still are married and they still do keep the ties strong between their species, it did confuse Izuku. Mina talked about how she spent time on Anodyne for 5 years. And whenever she showed her full Anodyne power, Deku's Omnitrix scanned her. And Izuku, he learned a lot of things. His future self, he also talked to Izuku while he was trying to put in codes to his Omnitrix. He gave Deku back Master Control along with a few other aliens who can help him. Fact is, he hopes he's better off. And Deku, he was happy to have this conversation, though his future counterpart told him, in this line of work, the type of men they are, explorers, people who will go above and beyond, the majority of men, they have women fall out of the sky for them. So that certainly was an interesting thing to hear. Because Izuku, he definitely had some women fall out of the sky for him already. Atea, Luma, and maybe even Mina. Though Mina, she met her future counterpart, and she also met Verdona, her grandmother. These three had a chat. Bellicus slipped into the conversation without Izuku realizing it, the fact that Verdona could help Mina. The man is, well, not human. He doesn't understand a lot of things. He might be a tough guy, but Bellicus, he does care for Deku. And he tried to help him as much as possible, without making it obvious. Though Serena, she definitely did at least tease him a little bit about this, since Izuku didn't even realize the future counterparts did not bring up Verdona's name. Now then. Oh, that was a lot. With that being said, we do currently pick up with Izuku, who is thinking about his relationship with Mina. Him and her just broke up 4 days ago. And with the fact that he brought her grandmother to Earth, she is going to be leaving the planet. They defined their relationship on the end of the world, the hybrid invasion. They missed their first anniversary. She read his mind instead of letting him try to explain himself in a way that would make sense. She was under stress. She was experiencing a lot of shit. And she thought she could handle more. She just didn't trust him on this. He thought she was at her breaking point. She just kept piling on more and more shit to handle. He's not sure. She's leaving the planet, and the plumbers, they are approving this. She's been deemed as a bit more of a liability. And Izuku, he doesn't want to call me to that. Currently him speeding up. Him going to turn and grab onto the, well, handle that's right there. Before he hears a move it forwards in the car, it does begin to speed up. Currently Deku watching as the speedometer does go up past 80 and continue to rise a little bit more, before Taya does go express in the passenger seat. So, what's going through his head? A lot of things. Why? Driving a little fast. Assumed you'd say slow. Slow for us. Though on land, it's a lot faster. You know, we could have taken my ship. We could have. But with my Omnitrix, I don't have a lot of chances to drive. It's nice. Allows me to clear my head. Plus, don't really get pulled over a lot. Currently, him turning his head and going to get in the next lane as he to avoid a car. Him talking about it. Though the fact that they're doing this today, it does annoy him a bit. Really? 'Cause that whole thing with your girl? You mean the end of my relationship? Sorry. Him turning his head a little confused. Before Taya does the point forwards. Eyes on the road? Right. Never thought I heard you say sorry. Well, it's true. Besides, guy like you, she'll come around, maybe. No, she doesn't. I mean, there's always options, right? Isn't that what you humans are known for? Him turning. Talking about how she's not wrong, but at the same time, there's a lot more to that. Currently, him going to get off the highway and bring his hand down. Him lowering the accelerator as he does go to come to a stop. Him talking about it. Humans are complicated, and he means that in the most literal sense. Sure they are. Though, what about incursions? You've seen Noir Mines, right? You've been in an incursion before? I've used a transformation, tried thinking of a name, and gotta say, it's interesting. How is it interesting? You get an insight to the alien, right? Wasn't why that weapon was created in the first place? A tool for peace? It was a load of shit. You know how dangerous that thing is? I do. Right. Currently, Deku going to speed off wherever the light does turn green. Him talking about it. Right now, though, she's got to understand. He's not in a very good mood. He's already mad with Luma. What'd she try to do? I don't want to talk about that. Really? That bad, huh? I said I don't want to talk about it, Atea. Besides, I'm going to turn and driving underground, talking about how they're nearly here anyway. And currently, Deku, he does a drive up and then going to park, expressing. To get to Undertown, they sort of have to go through a small train system. It's been built, and it's sort of, well, off the track. There's a lot of places you can go to get there. And so far, they're trying to work on linking these cities together. You know, alien cities all across the world. It'll definitely be a challenge, but Japan's the first actual country that might try and implement the system first. Especially because they're using alien tech to build a lot of it. They're even getting more and more into excavation projects with it too. Really? Yeah. Tetraman's even thought of an idea to build some parts of it underwater, but that's even more difficult. Though, I heard mining on the seafloor has gotten easier. Right. Sure it has. And they're not just trying to find the bomb? Deku getting out of the car and beginning to walk, talking about it. Who knows? Currently, her getting out of the car as well and going to follow him. And the two, they do make their way down to the station. And people, they do get to see Deku. Some people try and ask him for his autograph. And others, they do see the way he's acting. He looks a little mad, a little angry. Definitely, definitely doesn't look like he's in a good mood. Plus, fact of the matter is, the chick he's with, if they're right, she declared a declaration of war on Earth if they didn't bring her. Oh, okay then. Some people avoiding that. The ones who are able to approach, they do go to hear a bit of an earful from Matea. Her even pulling out a blaster, whenever another person comes running up. Them wanting to take a picture with the hero of the planet. And Deku, he does just turn to Matea, bringing his hand up and telling her, Alright, just stop pulling a gun on everyone. They're ruining this. It hasn't even started yet. What do you mean it hasn't started yet? We're already here. Give it a second. Her gonna watch on. Before Deku does get to think Bullfrag, and the Omnitrix does get to transform him. Him staying there, and they're gonna bring his hand up. Him looking at the Omnitrix logo, and trying to think about what to do. Okay, so, he really should cover this logo. Though, let's see. No, he could probably just say he's a plumber. See how that might work. Then again, incursions are warriors, so that doesn't really work at all. Are any of your guys down in Undertown? A few of them, why? Yeah, that works. Okay then. Well then, I'm just a guard for the lovely Princess Atea. You think I'm lovely? No, you. Shut up. What? Something wrong? No. We're gonna turn and walking onto the train whenever boarding is allowed. The two goes out stand there as the train, full of aliens and humans, it does gonna leave the station. And a few minutes later, they do arrive and step off. And Izuku, he activated the DNA lock on the Omnitrix. Since this might be a long day. Currently, him gonna stand there and look out into Undertown, seeing the city from this point of view. Right now, he's here on, well, unofficial business. Let's see. Okay, so he can probably use a card, and if he does use a card, then the plumbers can pay him back. This is technically diplomacy, and, well, it could help out. Also, maybe save his wallet. Definitely that if they're gonna buy stuff or go shopping. What is he even? Well, him and Kendo went to the movies, so a movie? Right. Try that with an incursion. They're more willing to shoot stuff. And then again, he does kind of like that idea now. Looks like this incursion DNA does have some effects on him. That on his mind. And he does wonder a bit about what Anodite DNA might do to his mind as well. Wrath is a different story. And then there's other aliens. He's felt the effects of their species on his mind in short bursts, limited. But over the years, he has been able to feel a bit of a difference. How it does affect him. I mean, hell, fucking Wild Mutt's a bit afraid of the vacuum cleaner, and that was a different story. Though he also doesn't like fire. Though, that one he can understand. And Izuku, he does currently get a turn. The two, walking on the road to Zatea, does stare on, looking to see all the different aliens here. Before there is where a tiny alien does express, currently him jumping up and onto a table, expressing about what they could do. And Deku does a turn. As right now the alien, he does get a hold of a weapon talking about it. And Deku stares at the small little green man. You want my weapon? Deku's staring at him. What kind? Packmar sells many. Packmar knows many. Grenades, bombs, aircrafts, vehicles. Packmar knows people. I believe that's how Pac-Man talked. It's been a minute. I just know this guy always got his businesses ruined by Ben, and it always just reminded me of the cabbage guy from Avatar. I don't know why I made that connection. Anyways, moving on quickly. Pac-Man does to express, and Atea does it a hold up her own gun, talking about how she's fairly certain she'll just stick with this blaster. It's good, plus it's top of the line. And Pac-Man does should make her an offer on the gun, trying to express about how he has seen better tech. And Atea, she just feels somewhat offended by this, trying to defend the technology of her species. Though Deku, he does it a walk over, bringing his hand up and asking about the weapon on the wall right there. Ah, that is a big gun. Produce big boom. Great weapon. I've seen it tear apart a lot of things. In fact, I do have a policy, however. A policy? You fire it, you buy it. Uh-huh. And you have any information about the gun? Tetraman? Who's the species who makes it? Ah, Pacma, not sure. Supplier never specified. Your supplier? Yes, Pacmar gets all weapons legitimately. Or, as Earth would say, legitimately. Uh-huh. You do know who I am, Pacmar, right? Hmm? Him looking a bit closely, before staring at the Omnitrix logo and going to jump. Pacmar beginning to express about how the plumbers need to understand Pacmar has been doing business legitimately, and he won't be shoved around by them. And Deku, he does this one stare down. The little man waving his fist and screaming at him about how his business is not corrupt, and all these weapons are tried and true legal. And Deku, he does trust that, though it's definitely been a while since someone's talked to him this way. Almost reminds him of boot camp. He has his own turn, talking about how he is a plumber, though he is a Zuko Midoriya. Him walking over to a wall and bringing his hand out, grabbing a weapon, talking about it. So how much would this run him? That one very special. Blaster. I can see that. Doesn't look like an Omni tool. Definitely not. Design. You want to haggle? Pac-Mart does not haggle. Okay. So, what else can it do besides just being a simple blaster? Auto, full auto, you know. Burst. That one does a variety of things. Cut through lots of material. Deku expressing. Sounds nice. He'll take it. And the man just won't stare to Zuko. Him walking over and bringing his hand down. Him shoving it into his pocket and... Wait. No. Hang on. He knows he... Him bringing his hand up. Him transforming back into a human and bringing his hand into his pocket again. Pac-Man staring at Deku as he pulled his wallet and then go to pay. Before telling Pac-Man, you know, he was telling the truth. Him grabbing the weapon and transforming back into incursion. Talking about it, though he does want to test his baby out. I'm going to turn, telling Atea about how he is going to go try and find a firing range. And the man does his own stare on, since he does have a few ideas, though he doesn't feel like this will be the last time he sees that boy. And Deku, he does just begin walking through the area, him with a weapon on his back, as Atea does ask him if he really just bought a gun. You saying I shouldn't have? Not saying that. A little surprising. Can't you shoot fireballs? And frost? And a whole ton of stuff? Maybe. Doesn't mean I didn't know how to use guns. What am I, an idiot? Maybe. Though, if we're looking for some stuff to blow up, we could go somewhere different than town. I mean, this place is gotta have some place where they throw their junk at, right? It's a big town. Really? So you don't want to go somewhere to eat? Nah, not my style. I mean, not really that hungry, and if I was, I'd just go somewhere on base. You know the whole thing. Maybe. Though, do you want to eat somewhere? Hmm? Why are you asking me? Just talking. Right. Listen, I tell you. I'm gonna turn. Talking about it. How about they go eat something and then blow something up? Sound like a good deal? Her expressing about how that sounds pretty fair. Though she could definitely have some people trying to find her a good place to blow up. I mean, give it a proper test drive. Right. Sounds fair. Currently, the two going to head to a restaurant. And when they do get inside, they do sit down. Deku looking at the menu and trying to think of a few things. Ateya is definitely different than before. I mean, she was pushy, angry, but now she's a bit calmer. Maybe she mellowed out a bit. Maybe she's actually mature. Compared to Luma, though, yeah. Blowing something up might actually be fun. Hmm. Though if they're gonna do that, maybe they need some proper ordnance. Bakugo didn't put that. No, 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 no. That's not in his trunk. Though, that does like another idea. He could charge it to the card and have the plumbers reimburse him and just, hey, it was for weapons research. And there's a plan. And this, it does make someone take shape in Deku's mind. Him ordering some food and trying to talk a bit more with Taya. And she's a bit intriguing. He sees her a little differently as an incursion. Though, not that bad. Not bad at all. And the two, they do eat. Ateya even trying to ask Izuku a bit of questions about the hybrid invasion, along with even a few other questions about some other things she has heard about. And Deku, he does try to answer most of them. And the currently Izura's badge does get a buzz. Him turning and bringing his hand up, seeing Baku's badge number, and then going to hang up before he's at a turn. Sorry about that. Who was that? It was a friend of mine. Your friend or your ex? A friend. Bakugo. Ironically, he's Luma's ex-fiancée. He sort of got me to meet her, and that's another story. Sorry. Still. Tetraman's a little meat-headed when it comes to a lot of things. I'd say their tech is one of their only redeeming attributes. Wouldn't say that. They're pretty strong. So you're praising the Tetramans. What can I say? Got a knack for violence. Though, how about we go blow something up? You see, now you have my attention. I can call in my ship when we get back upstairs, and we can find someplace nice and light it on fire. Maybe. Though I was thinking we just go. See where it takes us. Right. Deku having his badge buzz again. And he will go to look at it. And it's Bakugo. Him hanging up and talking about it. Sorry. That's annoying. You sure you don't want to get that? You know, if you called me twice, it's probably bad. Give me a sec. I'm going to stand. Currently going to walk over and call Bakugo. And Bakugo, when he does a pickup, he does a talk about it. They've got a bit of a situation here. Where the hell is he? I'm busy. Busy with what? I'm honoring an agreement. Wait. Your agreement. Is today the date with fucking Ateya? Yeah. What is it? What do you need? So while I'm busy trying to deal with this Tekadon, you're. Oh my god, dude. Get over here now. You say Tekadon? Right. Be there soon. Send coordinates. I'm gonna turn, yelling for Atea about how if she wants to go blow up a Tekadon, get up now. And currently she has a turn. Her jumping from her seat and running over. And the two, they do get to leave. Currently, Deku transforming a big chill and going to turn, grabbing Atea and going to fly up into the air. And currently she has a hold on to Big Chill as the two go up and through the ground. And right now Deku, he has to begin to fly. Him talking about a few things. Currently, him yelling out for his badge to repeat back last known transmission. And it does to express. Coordinates are, and it would at least label it. And Deku does it tell it to locate last known badge communication. And it does go to begin to track Bakugo's badge, telling him where to head to. And currently Deku hears a sea something in the distance, seeing smoke rising and knowing that that is where Bakugo is. Currently Deku turning and going to fly that direction, him still holding onto Atea, before there actually is Bakugo, who currently got sent flying by the Tekadon, him smashing on the hood of a car and flying over it, him crashing in the hood of a truck, before he does go to sit there. Currently, him bringing his hand down and absorbing the material of the truck, him changing from a silver color to a red color. And currently, he does get a fully stand. Him going to bring his hands up and try to crack his neck. Currently, him feeling like things got put back into place. Though this thing, it's definitely been pissing him off. Though, where the hell is Izuku? And currently Deku does come flying down. Atea throwing out the gun and beginning to blast at the Tekadon. Currently, Bakugo watching on as the Tekadon does have a blaster shot at its foot. And it does look up, beginning to at least target Deku. Bringing up both of its hands as Deku, he does tell Atea. Him telling her, she needs to roll. Her turning her head as Deku's to let go of her. Her bringing her hand up and putting it onto the gun. Her blasting out of the Tekadon with both hands. And this massive firearm Deku bought earlier. And Deku, he does go to watch. Her landing on the ground and being to slide. Her holding it up and then going to pull onto the trigger. Her holding it, as on the energy gun, it does begin to charge up. The Tekadon looking up and bringing its hands up to fire at Deku. And Deku, he does go stare up. Him blasting down at it with Jet Ray's eye beams. And it is shot hooking the chest as Atea blasts it with a massive attack. It goes on stumble backwards and then going to turn. It looking back at her and bringing its hand out. And there currently is Izuku, who does go turn and air brake. Him going to fly back towards as Bakugo does come running up. Him bringing his hands up and stepping in front of Atea, before he has to make his fist large and block the attack. And Deku, he has to land, telling Bakugo, thanks, before he has to turn directly into Chroma Stone, talking about it. He'll handle it from here, stepping in front of the attack. Him absorbing it, as the Tekadon, it does continue to blast out at Deku. Him going to bring his hand out and blast at the Tekadon's attack, before he has a turn, telling exactly what Atea needs to do. Full charge that gun and blast him in the back. And she just won't stare at him, asking him if he's crazy. Deku bringing his other hand and blasting at the Tekadon, telling her, no, he just knows his aliens. And currently Atea does get at least turn. Her bring her hands up and blasting Deku with the beam. Him being shot in the back as his blast, it doesn't overpower the Tekadons. And it doesn't stumble backwards as right now its hands are destroyed. Her watching that and then going to do one thing. Her going to put the gun towards the ground and going to turn up the power more. Her putting it up to the maximum. Before turning back, talking about it. Get ready! Her blasting him directly in the back. And Deku, he has to feel Chroma Stone's powers amp up. Before he has a look with the Tekadon and blast out with an eye laser. Bakugo, watching on as Deku slices this thing in half. And it does explode. Currently him standing there, as Deku, he does continue to at least glow with power. Him looking up and blasting a laser into the sky. Before Atea does at least turn the gun down and then go to drop it. Currently, it somewhat beginning to overheat, before running over and looking at the massive mech on the ground, as pieces of it are down for the count, though there is where parts of it do look like they're already beginning to rebuild. And she does try to ask, bending down and grabbing a piece. Exactly what should they do with this now? Ah, thanks. They go turning. No problem. Though, you could have sent a message, not call. Yeah. Listen, you really think you should be going on a date with her? I said Saturday, before all this happened. I know. But seriously, dude, Atea? It's fine. Besides, we were gonna blow something up anyways. Right. You good? No, I'm not. I was hoping for a bitter battle. Though, they could turn into an incursion. Talking about it. It seems like that'll have to do. Him whistling as Atea does turn her head. Him talking about it. They still had a few more things to do today, didn't they? Her running over and talking about how they did, though helping take down a Tekadon, she's definitely going to at least keep that in mind. Though, how often do these things appear? Last one appeared a while ago, so that means a lot. What happened with this one, Bakugo? Not much. It deployed and they found it roaming. It attacked a group of aliens. It found a Humongosaur. I see. And anything else after that? Not really, no. As far as I'm aware, that was it. The guy ran. I didn't know Humongosaurs would run from a fight. I mean, that is surprising. Atea expressing. Currently, her walking up and bringing her arm around Izuku. About how they still have a date. And Deku does talk about it. Right. He's gonna call in. Maybe see if they can go to a place that's gonna be going to a place that might be set for demolition. The city might not care. Hell, any government might not care. As long as he asks about it. Him turning to Atea, asking her if she can hold off for a few minutes. Fine, sure. Her gonna bring herself up. Her kissing Deku on the cheek, talking about how don't make her wait too long. And people, they were watching on. Some people recording the situation, and others taking pictures. And Bakugo, he has a stare at Deku. Before he does, at least try to express. Seriously? What? Listen. Deku stepping forwards, bringing his hand up and turning Bakugo away from Atea. She's got a bomb on the planet, remember? I'm trying to keep her occupied. Are you? Yeah, I gotta find the remote. You know that, right? If I can find the remote, then that means I can disable the bomb. Or at least track it down. I mean, Blue Kids and Reba might be able to do something with that. If they don't blow up the planet. I know. Besides, how hard could it be? She says she carries it on her. Have you tried to accelerate? I have. Didn't work. Sure it didn't. You sure the remote's not hiding in her gun? I haven't tried that, but I don't think so. Okay. I'll say it now. How far do you think you're going to have to go with that? Because, I don't expect a lot to happen. Though, are you sure you're going to be focused on the remote if you get that far? Hey, who said I even had that intent? You're an incursion right now. As far as I'm aware, your guys' bread and butter is warfare. I should take offense to that, but we were going to go blow something up. Right. Speaking of which, I have a call to make. Bakugo gonna turn. walking over and beginning to pick up some pieces of the Tekadon, since he does want to take some of these back to study, if not possibly even sell. Though the plumbers, they do need to try and properly dispose of this thing before it can rebuild. If that can happen, then they should have at least what? The last time this happened was uh three no, about a month ago, right? So at the rate it's going right now, every month a new Tekadon will appear. If not every 3 weeks, maybe at the earliest. Though it's not good. This thing is getting information. Deku used 2 aliens. What was that? Jet Ray and Chromostrome? Last time he used Big Chill and Humongousaur, right? That thing was definitely tough. I mean, he doesn't know how tough the one was at the, well, Earth building, but this one might have been tougher. We do currently have Deku. He made a phone call to the Earth Council, and whenever he was patched through, they heard him talk about how he's a little bit busy right now, and he's got Princess Atea waiting. So he'll let them know about this. Him and her are going to go around and blow something up. He wants them to send him over a list of buildings in Japan that need to be demolished. Some that are either, too unstable, or some that are just, well, things that never took off. The bigger the better. And the easier it is, or harder it is to demolish or break, the better. He's got Atea waiting. And this date of theirs, it might have the world resting on all their shoulders. And someone, before they can really answer, here's a hang-up. And Deku, he does just won't sit there. Him turning to Atea, talking about it. Yeah, sorry about that. So, they should be done soon? Yeah, they should be. Though, sorry about the Tekadon thing. What about it? It's a fucking Tekadon. You know how dangerous those things are? The fact that it helped blow one up, not too bad. Though I think your gun might be broken. Really? Well, maybe the fuel cells are spent, but it's probably that. Then again, exactly do you know what type that was? Not really. I saw a gun. I bought it. Right. Just didn't think about it. I didn't want to. Things have been stressful, and I'm trying not to stress. You think this is stressful? A little bit. Though I'm trying my best not to care. So, you don't care about this? Her turning. And Deku turns to her, seeing the expression on her face. Never said that. I'm just saying. It's complicated for Earthlings. Gotta remember. Earth mind, alien body. In the most literal sense. Deku bringing his hand up, transforming back into his usual self, before expressing. As he said before, human, remember? He's still a primate, as she likes to call him. Right. Right. Listen, I'm having fun. Though we didn't really get to eat. Maybe. Though, maybe later. Dinner? So you're saying you want to go that long? Maybe. Then again, I'm a bit worried. About? Uh, Never mind. It might not even happen. What are you worried about? Uh, Nothing. Ignore that. Him having his badge buzz. Him going to tap a button, as right now it does get at least have pop-ups of Japan, expressing on the file about every location here. Currently, there being 10 in this city alone, 20 in the next, and about how there's at least 10 in the next city. There's even 8 a few cities away. Fact of the matter is, though, it's all places that need to be demolished or are currently in the middle of demolition. So, yeah, then I'm going to blow something up. It's a definite factor here. And currently, Atea does going to make a call. The two being picked up on a ship and going to leave. And we do actually have Princess Luma. Princess Luma, she was trying to take some of the advice from Kendo, the Lenopan friend of her soon-to-be husband. Though it was rather intriguing. Kendo tried to at least talk about it. She's very straightforward. She's sure of what she wants. And, well, other than her being, what, 10, 12 foot tall, she's powerful. So, why not try and mellow things out a bit? You know, talk to him, try and go on a date with him? Because from what Kendo has heard from, let's just say, Luma, her last attempt at romance didn't exactly work out. And that does say quite a bit. Now, with that, we do actually have Izuku. He got back to base, and he did have some fun. He had to go back and pick up his car, but other than that, driving home actually left him a little bit more relaxed. He got to blow stuff up all day. He didn't face a supervillain. He didn't face off against anything else but the Tekadon. And that was quick and easy. It was him and Bakugo. And Atea. Yeah. It didn't feel right. But it was able to work. Though he's got a giant gun in his trunk, so there's that. Deku walking into his room. And he does go look around. Since... what's that smell? Okay, that's, not good. Deku bringing his hand up. Him going to reach inside of his jacket and grab his gun off of a metallic plate. Him going to press a button and make contact with his weapon. It's sliding up as Izuku hears up pull the gun out. Him looking around the room. Okay. So, let's see. Oh. Deku turning to his desk and seeing that there's a box on his chair. Okay. This cannot be good. Deku walking over, and it does clearly say, from Luma. And Izuku, he stares at it. Okay. What's gonna be inside? Okay, that smell. Okay. Either that's some sort of... No, that smells... Actually, that smells good. Okay, but what is it, though? Some sort of Tetraman cake, or... No. Luma's a warrior, and she would set a trap for him, right? So she would booby-trap a box, make it smell good, and see if he'll figure it out. Okay. Deku backing away. Him going to his closet and opening it up. Before he hears a pull at a baseball bat, and then gonna walk over. Him going to flip it around, and then go to hold it out and knock off the top. Him jumping backwards, and currently gonna turn into Big Chill. As Izuku, he does get stare on. It didn't explode. Okay. Oh. Wait a second, he's way too paranoid about this. Entering human. I'm going to walk over and pull off the lid completely. And it's, are these... him pulling something out. As he does hold up a giant cookie. This is a cookie. It's got no. Is that a cricket? Hmm. Well, it might be crunchy. Deku turning to look down, and he does get to see a number of things. Uh huh. Okay, so there's. Did she just? Did she bake all this? Deku's staring at it. Frieza turned and grabbed the lid. Him going to look at the other side of it and seeing a note written by Luma. Turning his head to look at a picture of. Oh, there it is. Huh. Hmm. Okay then. Deku began to read it. And Luma, she does her express. She has been strong, and she is hoping that this will show off exactly her material skills as a wife, or as a valiant warrior to stand beside him. She does hope that he does like this. She's researched much of this earth skill known as baking. It might not be as fun, but it reminds her of her days measuring ordnance for weapons that are highly explosive. It's simple. You can bind them, but instead of sparking them, you heat them up, and they produce a deliciously good aroma instead of the smell of gunpowder and fire and smoke. And Deku, he does just want to read that. Uh huh. Could that even be considered a love note? Not really. Him holding up the cookie and going to turn, tapping against his desk to see if it might have something else added to it. But does a crack and break? Oh, it's actually soft. Him going to take a bite, and it's actually not bad. Hmm. Oh my god, he thought a box of cookies was a bomb. Yeah, yeah, no, that definitely is not good. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. You're just too stressed the fuck out then, Izuku. You're stressed the hell out. Okay, other than a picture with Luma and a love note and a box of confections. This certainly is a bit more mundane than last time. Him walking over to his bed. Currently, him holding the cookie as it'll fall backwards and land onto it. Him gonna transform directly into gray matter. Thinking about it. Okay. He just wishes to be. Okay, just think. Think of returning to normal. He just wishes to be left alone for a sec and think. World is a little too large right now. Deku biting into the cookie again and gonna chew. Currently, him wondering if he should call his grandfather. Maybe head out there and see how all of the helpers are doing. Talk with them, help with their training. You know, I mean, just get away for a minute. The Tekadon's been destroyed, and as far as he's aware, the monster sightings, they're still a thing. The next one that pops up, the plumbers might be able to handle. And he does deserve a break, right? Definitely deserves a break. Okay. Deku holding up his badge. Him dialing in Bakugo's number. And we do currently have over with Bakugo. Bakugo, he was working on his car. And then he does go to hear his badge buzz. Before information does get to pop up. Him going to turn, walk over, and press the badge. Him going to grab it and stick it to the underside of his hood. Expressing. What does he want? He's a little bit busy. Hey, Bakugo, you want to hang out? Not now. Right now, I'm a bit busy messing with my car. I thought I might have found some new gears. A possible new kit? It'll take me a few hours, but after that, maybe. What's up? It's, it's about Luma. You find her in your bed again? No, not this time. Actually, this is a bit more mundane. Not really too sure if it's even her, actually. I expected to at least find something else. Though there's enough evidence to show it this is her doing. But I think someone influenced her. What'd she do? Leave you a present? Yeah. Oh, a gun? Actually, she baked me pastries. Baku sitting down his wrench, looking up at his badge. You serious? Yeah. There's also a picture of her here in an apron. Hmm. Is it? Yes. Oh. Hmm. Well, good for you, I guess. Not really, Bakugo. I thought this was a bomb whenever I walked into my room. It was just sitting there on my chair. I mean, if you look at the size of this thing, it's big. Yeah, she doesn't really understand the concept of small Izuku. I understand that. But it's a big box, dude, and I thought it was a bomb. I mean, it's just sitting here. I thought of 5 different ways you can tripwire my door the moment I stepped into the room. Things that would have actually been lethal and kill me on the spot. Uh-huh. Is this why you want to hang out? Actually, I was gonna ask, what assignment are you on currently? Uh, Not really too many. I'm on Tekadon duty along with a few other things, but I'm relatively okay. Uh-huh. How about I get you assigned over to my duty, or my assignment, and you can basically help me out. And what's your assignment right now, other than that whole bomb thing in Atea and Luma? That's really about it. Basically, search for the device or detonator. In fact, you could probably actually help me. Though Atea is, I guess, chill about it. She's chill about it. Yeah, that's weird to say. She's mellow, I guess. Not what I expected from our first encounter. Let me guess. She kissed you? Yeah, that's about right. Okay then. So what do you want to do then if I moved over to your assignment? My grandpa's RV is out in the woods, not too far away. Might be like an hour or two. I was thinking of heading out there so we can get away. If I do ask Kai, I might be able to actually get her reassigned over there too. Hmm? Really? Yeah, it can be a way for us to just get away for a sec. I won't be telling Atea, but I'll let her know I'm just going to be out of town. And Luma. Yeah, I don't really know how to deal with Luma. If she's going to be sending me gifts like this, then I'm going to need to find a way to actually lock my door from her. Would not recommend it. She has a key, right? If she doesn't have a key, she'll use a spare. She's got 4 of them. Right. Huh. So what should I do about it? Maybe give her a gift. Seriously? She bought you one, right? Give her a gift, return the favor, and let her know. It's a boundary. I mean, maybe you can actually probably set some boundaries with her. I don't know. I tried to before. Sort of worked. Though all she really knew was, at a point she couldn't fit in the car I was trying to build. And how'd that go? She was mad. Though I did start helping her build her bike. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. So anyways, I definitely see you might want to do that and see how it goes. But what do you even get a Tetraman? I mean, I can probably think of a few things. Uh, Let me give you the contact information for Arjun. He'll find something good. Though, she's a bit of a romantic, right? Oh god, don't remind me. No, no, I'm just gonna say something simple. Something, hmm, strong? Maybe, maybe. Uh, yeah, I'll talk to Arjun, he might handle all of it. Okay, thanks. Alright, no worries. Though, he'll need the code to your door, and no. Hmm? Just, have him drop it off, put my name on it, that's it. I'm not allowing that guy to come to my door, let alone getting the stuff in my room. I got some secure stuff here. Uh-huh. Fair enough. Alright, I'll let Arjun know. I'll call him right now. So just talk to your Gramps, find out where he's at, and head out there after? Yeah, I'll head out there right now. Though, definitely might give us a chance to race. Now you're on. I know I'll win. I remember last time it was a bit of a draw. You just keep telling yourself that. And we just don't hang up. Before, here's a call Kai and try to inform her about the situation. Him having a conversation with her and explaining the situation from his side and what he did. Though Kai, she wanted to take Mina's side. But Izuku, when he tells her what actually happened and then what didn't happen, it begins to make more sense. Though she does want to see this claim of having the anodite DNA sample. Since the future, she's seen time travel, and she won't say he's full of shit, but she wants to. I mean, just show her she's not having her leg be pulled. Now, with that, we do actually have later. Arjit, he does get the message. Buy Deku a gift for Princess Luma of the Tetramans. Make it something good, easy, and something that she'll like. Something that shows he's happy she gave him a gift. And Arjit, he does try to think. Currently, him having a few ideas as to what exactly to buy the Tetraman Princess. So let's see. From the information he has already on Luma, that's it. That might work. Though, hmm. Kid's gonna owe him. Then the guy's mine. Him currently going out to shop. And there is actually Izuku, who does go to head out there and call up his grandpa. He packed a few things up. He talked to his mom and talked to his dad and told them what he was doing. And when he left, he was actually a little excited. He talked to some people and told them what he was doing and exactly who to transfer over to his assignment, since he will need the additional help with this. And they didn't understand. They were a bit more skeptical, though when he explained that his team has been scattered a bit and they need to be properly reformed to protect Earth, there wasn't really that much questioning it after that. This guy is giving them the orders, not the other way around. And Izuku, he was able to go, and we do currently have Bakugo. Deku is sitting there at a rest stop. Some people, they, are asking him for some autographs, and he was happy to provide it. He got some food, and he even got some additional stuff to take out there to the RV, though some of it definitely wasn't what he wanted to get. And currently, there is where a car does a drive up and then pull in next to Izuku. And Deku, he doesn't want to sit there. Him talking about it. So, what took him so long? Oh, please. Wasn't waiting that long, were you? Not really. Though, kinda. Already seem to be in a bit of a better mood. Yeah. Listen, Grams is just about, what, 15, 20 miles up the road. After that, we have to go off-road. Right. It should be fine, Bakugo. The path is pretty clear. He told me it was dirt. And he does come out here pretty often sometimes. He has had many in them clear the path. You know, a part of training. Upkeep the area if they're going to be out there so long. Good. I don't want this car to have scratches. Deku's staring at Bakugo. And he does kind of understand it a bit now. Yeah, kinda. Though, not really. Okay then. Bakugo gonna pull out and then gonna spin the car around. Him making it to the road as Deku here's gonna follow. And currently Bakugo here's a bring his hand up behind Izuku before expressing. And there actually is Deku, who currently does a spin the wheel to the left and then gonna drive forwards. Him going around Bakugo and then gonna turn the car drifting in a bit. Him gonna hit the gas as a drive off. And Bakugo here's a put the car in drive and gonna take off. Kai going to sit there for a minute and bring her hand up, grabbing the oh shit handle. Now, currently, they do be in a race. And Deku, he is driving fast. Him thinking about a lot that they can do. And currently, he does go blaring down the road at 140. Him going to look in the rearview mirror and seeing Bakugo. Him catching up to Izuku, and Deku does a bring his hand down. Him pulling the handle up more, as Ren does see it jump to 150 and then 160. And Izuku, he has to bring his hand down. Currently, him gonna flip a switch and then looking back up to the road. As he does a stare up and see something falling. Oh, that's not good. Currently, Deku bringing his hand down, grabbing his badge and smacking it to the roof, tapping the last call as he doesn't hear Bakugo. You see that? I really wish I didn't. Him gonna turn. Talking about it. Okay, trajectory. Oh god. Okay, he's gonna go try and investigate that. They'll put the race on hold? You'd have lost anyways. Deku going to slow down. And currently there is the craft, or this thing that fell out of the sky, just a smash down. It digging into the ground as Izuku, he does go to sit there. Him gonna turn off road and make his way out into the forest. Currently, him gonna drive up to the area and seeing this thing. Him climbing out of his car and running over. Him thinking about what exactly this might be. It feels a little familiar. Investigating an unknown. And Izuku, he does go look down. Currently him seeing this. Okay. Forearms. Him gonna transform. And Deku, he does a step forwards, bringing his hand up, and there currently is where Helen does come running in. Her going to come to a stop and talking about it, looking up to see all of them. And Deku does a look to see Helen, Melissa, and a few of the others, as currently Alan is flying overhead as heat blast. And Deku, here's a look up. Them talking about how they saw it from the campsite. And Izuku, he does look towards Melissa. Her gonna express walking up. This is so weird. Okay. Step back. She has a few ideas. If there is a pilot inside, they don't want to startle them. Her bring her hand down. But the design of it looks so... It's gonna glow. And everyone, they do to move backwards. Deku staying there, as right now, he does a stare. Looking down and seeing a girl. No way. This is certainly something else. I'm gonna turn human. And Deku, he has a stare. Bringing his hand down and grabbing her by the shoulder. Her gonna jump up and turn. Looking at him and asking what's going on. Oh, where is she? Hey, easy. You, here. I'm gonna turn. and pull off his jacket, talking about it. It's gonna be a lot more complicated, but yeah. His name is Izuku. Does she know hers? Uh, no, not really. What's going on? Where am I? It's complicated. You're on Earth. You, fell from space. How? I don't know. Honestly, we're trying to figure that out right now. Though, hang on. They go pressing a button on the jacket. Currently, it's going to extend as he does express. There. That, should be better. Him helping her to her feet with one hand. And she does goes on fall forwards into Izuku. Him talking about it. Just take it easy. She might still be nauseous from everything. Might have a concussion? I'm fine. I feel okay. But that doesn't explain my memories. Right. Listen, uh, him looking around. Everyone, they're still staring on. They're not sure who this is. They're not sure where they came from. They're clearly terrestrial, right? I mean, the Omnitrix isn't saying unknown. It's not saying this person's an alien. I mean, a girl just fell from the sky. And Deku, he does think about that. Before. Oh, god damn it. Currently, him driving to the campsite. And Eunice, she does sit there. Curious about a lot. Still thinking about a lot. And Deku, he wishes his future self gave him a bit more than just that as a heads up. So there's that. And with that out of the way and being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.